Good evening, Backgammon fans. Bill Riles, Tar Mendocino, Ace Point Backgammon, broadcasting from Monte Carlo. Here on Stream 2 tonight, we have a undefeated bracket quarterfinal between Kazuki Yokota of Japan and Raul Timmerman of Argentina. Over on Stream 1, we have a consolation match between Victor Ashkenazi and Wilcox Snelling. So two great matches here tonight. And we're looking forward to it. Trying to get our commentators positioned here. Phil. Okay, I think Phil's going to join me here on 2, it looks like. And Mark Olson and Sander Lilhoff is doing the Stream 1 commentary of the Snellings and Ashkenazi match. So hopefully... Tell Phil he can come over here. Okay, whatever. Tara. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so anyway, Kazuki Yokota is one of the best young players in the world. He's from Osaka, Japan, lives in Tokyo. Raul Timmerman is from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm not terribly familiar with him. I know he's been playing here at the World Championship and other big tournaments for years and years and years. So we'll see how he fares against Kazuki. I know Mort Holmes running book on all of these. This is a quarterfinal, Martin. Martin's running a book on all of these matches, and Kazuki is a prohibitive favorite among the final 8 undefeated players. So let's see what happens.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Suzuki comes in. He has a 5 to play. I think he's going maybe... I would play 13-8 and hope to make the anchor, but he's, well, I thought he was going to move that checker on out, but he's just contemplating what he's going to do here. Kazuki, of course, is on the top playing black. Raul is on the bottom playing white. So he's torn between running out to the 16 or coming down to the 8. He does run out to the 16. Double 5s, so he's going to make probably the 2 interior points, and he does. Now, Kazuki needs to come in, or Raul's looking at a nice cube right out of the gate here. He dances. There's the cube, as anticipated and probably requisite. Okay, and Kazuki drops it. That's a fairly standard reference position. Arda, close that door. You have to push it a little bit to get it in. A little. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. 1-0 Raul. Well, if he gets the 5-3 and hits loose on the ace, Suzuki will hit that. Look for the 5. It's going to safety up here. Okay, set of threes. Yeah, Irene, these Wilcox and Victor will be a great match. They're playing for the consolation championship of the Monte Carlo Open, but these guys are in the undefeated bracket. Like I said, Kazuki is the prohibitive favorite at this point, based on the odds makers. 5-2. Okay, Kazuki. He runs. So both have effectively gotten out of their opponents' home boards. Set of sixes moves a lot of freight, but that's two of them. Going to make his 2 point. So we're okay, 6 and 3. Lays it on in. Rolls, set of threes, so he's got a racing advantage early on, and it keeps rolling doubles. He's going to make the 4 point board. I didn't count the race, but he might have been tempted to come bring all of those checkers out to the 15. But he opts for this because he's really going to be in a position of probably having to try to clear before Kazuki does. So we'll see what happens. And this, there were 90 people in this Monte Carlo Open. It will end tomorrow afternoon. I think the finals are scheduled at 3:30, 3 or 3:30. We'll update you on that. But this will end tomorrow. Both the championship flight and the consolation flight, and then the World Championship main tournaments actually start on Tuesday. Now these tournaments, the Monte Carlo Open warm-up tournament will end tomorrow. The high roller jackpot starts tomorrow, and then, as I say, the main events start on Tuesday. Okay, so Kazuki counting the race here. It's probably a little bit of an advantage to him. He's got a 18 pip advantage on those three checkers, and he sends it. Raul scoops it up, and 4-1. He's going to play down. Now, it'll be relatively easy for Raul, and we say that, and there's always exceptions, but to clear one of those checkers from the 18, but the difficulty is going to be clearing two. Okay, he's probably going to come around. There you go. So now it's kind of like who blinks first in this standoff game. Okay, he makes the 5, but you can see his 3 outfield points are all stripped, so he doesn't have that much flexibility. Now Raul rolls a double 5, so he's going to have to count the race here, compare the race. If he's ahead, he's going to run with him, which is that. Now, where is he? That's 6. He plays it on. I didn't have time to count it. 6-5, so Kazuki gets a nice return roll. So now, of course, he has 6 checkers back. Raul has 8 crossovers. Kazuki only has 6, but another set of 5s is going to tighten this up even more. Now it's a very, very close race. 2-3 for Kazuki. Right, Joe. And yet a third one. Look at this. 3 sets of 5s in a row. So now, unless Kazuki really performs, I think the cube very likely is heading back here. What's he got? 11, 33, 24, 57. Well, I think he missed one there. 33. I really think he missed one. Now he's waited long enough. He's sending it, and he's got quite an advantage. It's 43. Yeah, Kazuki has to let this go. I mean, get 60 pips in 3 rolls. So, wow, 3-0 Raul. So, Kazuki got in a nice cube there. Raul takes it and promptly rolls 3 sets of 5s. 6-4. Now, it's interesting. He plays that 6-4 to the 2-point. I normally don't play that unless I'm trailing. Of course, he's leading here, but there's not a huge difference either way to come out and split or to come down and split or to go to the 2-point. But most people, in my experience, has been the trailing, you make the 2-point. Otherwise, you come out and down. 5-3. So, it's kind of interesting. Raul has a little bit more structure early on in this particular game. Now, the 8 is a question of what does he do with that? Does he run? I think you run. I mean, otherwise you got to leave a third checker exposed. So he runs to the bar, which keeps it in connection with the checker on the ace point. Now we have a choice. I think he's going to be moving the back checkers at least one time. Could consider moving them both, or both pairs of 4s, shall we say. So that's the one time I'm talking about. Now he can either go to the 2-point. He could bring those checkers on out to the 16. He could go to the 6 and the 9 and only play with 1 blot. But this is kind of an interesting position. So I think going to the 20 is pretty much that's a given. Now where's the other 2 4s? He's going to make the 2-point, it appears. That's certainly his initial inclination. He could take a single to the deuce. That's the other option that I had mentioned. So he's keeps filtering back maybe to making that 2-point. Okay, here we go. My thought, and I might not have, I didn't count, so I would have had some kind of a concern here.
The sound.
Yeah, the sound.
Okay, I will take it out.
Yeah.
Out.
I don't know what it was. Maybe his phone was beeping or something, and he asked him to put it on silent mode. I'm not sure, but a little bit of something bothered Kazuki there. Okay, one more to go, so he might have to reconsider this. Oh, he's going to take it to the ace. Okay. 6-2, so that's a hitter, but then he's playing with 3 blots.
Sorry.
No.
It's kind of an interesting, what do? Play to the 4 and the 6? Perhaps. Hits and runs on. If Raul dances, and he doesn't. So actually, he can come to the 18, which takes all of the immediate danger away. 4-5. Oh, what do we do here? The 8 and the 6. Try to position yourself to improve your board and maintain your midpoint. Hey, Joe liked that hit and continue by Kazuki. As y'all know, if you watch many of my streams, I do follow the chat line quite closely. So if you have any questions or comments, suggestions, critiques, or whatever, feel free to type it in there, and I'll try to respond as appropriate. Yeah, I'm thinking with Joe too. Clean up. Yeah, the 12, 8, 10, 5. Yeah. And then he's playing with he maintains his mid with a spare, and he's only playing with the one blot. And that's his choice. Appears to be his choice. Okay, so 6-4 by Raul, so he can pick and pass, making the ace point. He has a 4-point board. Kazuki dances. Now Raul's got 3 checkers to get around, and he's got a 3-point lead. Probably was rather fortunate to get to the 3-point lead. He doesn't want to give up that lead easily, so he's going to be a little more cautious. But if Kazuki keeps dancing, Raul can bring him around. Now he'll probably try to put a couple of more builders into position. One of them's going to the 6, I would think, for sure. And then maybe it's 11-9. And if Kazuki dances, it's oh, he's bringing it all the way around. He's going to try to get him out now while the getting's good. 5-6, he gets hit, but there's 3 blots out there. Raul hits. Now Kazuki needs to anchor. He does not. So now he's got he's got 2 more to shoot at. I got to think Kazuki's got to let this go. This is a gammon waiting to happen. Okay, so 4-0. You know, and I've often talked in some of these. I often talk in some of these matches like this, and we had one earlier today. Mario Krul and Ari Noguera, and Krul had to turn down a bunch of cubes in the first 5 or 6 games, and you know, you just got to take the emotion out of it, play with discipline, and that's what we've seen out of Kazuki so far. He's not forcing the issue. He's not, you know, tired of dropping things or tired of losing points. He's just playing it straight up. And that's the discipline it takes to succeed in the long run. Too good by 400, Morton says, and that's not surprising. He had, 3 builders working on that 5-point, one in the air and another one available to him. So I would have to agree. And those are the kinds of, you know, even though Kazuki's down 4-0, he could have been down 5-0 had Raul chosen to play on. So it's those types of little swings here and there that you hope to be able to take advantage of, to reap benefits from Raul perhaps sending that cube prematurely. Okay, so he comes out 4-2. Dances are on top. We're playing no die on a checker and also playing responsible moves. Illegal or illegal moves are not valid. 6-1. Kazuki can make that. And it's kind of it's an interesting little side note for me is Morton Howe, I'm thinking Home. Morton Howe is watching this. I was thinking Morton Home, who is the bookmaker. Kazuki's the big prohibitive favorite here. So does the bookmaker, would he prefer Kazuki to lose and Morton make the money off of that? Or I don't know how much money might be on Timmerman at considerably higher odds. So, if Timmerman were to pull off a victory here, that might be expensive for more expensive for Morton Home than Kazuki losing. So we shall see. Okay, gonna hit that, bring it down. So he's forsaken the midpoint, but got a lot of ammo working on his home board. Probably going to come out with this because he's only got the 2 shot to hit it. 2 and 11, but and he rolls the 11, which hits it if he sees it, and he does. Okay, so now Kazuki is under attack again. Timmerman has Raoul has a lot of ammunition focused on that 5 point, and preferably the 5 point he'd like to make, and there's more ammunition bearing on that, but he also has a fair chance to make the bar point alternatively. So Kazuki's got to decide what he's going to do here. He takes the 3 crossovers, so there's kind of a 6-1 would have worked, but it was die on a checker. Have to roll that one again. Ace deuce will work. So again, he gets, rather than the 5 point, he gets the 7 point, but not bad. 2-5 Kazuki. Is he going to step up to try to escape? Positions him to escape with the 6. Okay, Raoul is contemplating this. 4-5, and that's a pointing number. Yes, so now Kazuki needs to respond. 1-5 doesn't hit. He had 1, 6, and 2, 5 to hit that number. He rolls a 5-1, so he's going to position it to escape, but he also positions it under maximum pressure as well. Okay, 5-3. Interesting. What do you do here? Probably has to hit it. So that's a minimal number of blots in hitting. So 6-4's a dance. Here we go again. Roll's going to roll on this time. Well, maybe not. He's debating that. He does roll on. He doesn't, he can make the ace. He would have preferred the 5, but he'll take the ace. Now Kazuki dances again now. Wow. Rolls on. Ace deuce. I go to the 3 point. Yeah. So he's got to make, he's got the 4-0 lead. If Kazuki keeps, he's got to make him pay to see these rolls. 4-6 again. He could make the deuce point, or he could come around the corner with the. I make the deuce point personally. If you're gonna play on and try for the blitz, then play on and try for the blitz. Now Kazuki gets a 5-4 and escapes in there. So, I think Raoul let some opportunities slide by there. I'm not sure that Kazuki would have passed, but would have made him think about it and would have, typically if you're a big underdog, which not to, speak badly in any way of Raul, but he is a big underdog to Kazuki. He might have wanted to seize that opportunity to try to, put some pressure on Kazuki with the blitz potential even. He let Kazuki roll, and he rolls a 5-4 to get away. Yeah, it's the cube stuck. I'm with you, Tapio. I think I would have had to. He had 2 or 3 rolls there where he had the potential with Kazuki kept dancing, and he kept bringing more ammo around, and now the shoe's on the other foot. Okay, now what's he going to do? He'd make the 3-point. Might be his best play. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Kazuki's side. I apologize. Okay, double nickels. Now, Raul did some serious damage with 3 sets of nickels in the last game, so let's see if Kazuki can return the favor. Okay. Keeps the one guy back far for containment, makes the 4-point board and slotted ace, double 4s. So, wow, when it rains, it pours. Kazuki, every time he gets a little bit of a advantage here, Raul comes out with another set. 6s, speaking of another set. That's going to, let's see, he'll have 3, 4. Going to be a very close race after this. 1, 2, 3. Well, not so close. He's going to have those 3 in. But, so 1, 2. Now he's counting the race. He's going to stay. I would have thought, what is this? 32, 46, 47, and 16, 63 in Black's current position. That's 19, 29, 35, 59. So it's 59, 63. Okay, so maybe it's 57, 63. Did I count wrong? 19, 27, 33, and 24 is 57. Yeah, I was off by 2. So Kazuki would be behind by 6. Now, is that kind of dictates that you would stay, but there's some wee bit of danger in staying and perhaps getting, hit with, say, a double 3 or a 3 exit where you could hit with the 3 and lift off the 6. So he's going to stay being 6 down. Boom. Well, he whooped him badly with double 5s last game, and he's taking a whip to him again with double 5s this game. The one set that Kazuki managed to roll has been offset by one of Raul's and a double 6 in the process as well. So now he's well ahead. There it comes. The discipline comes into play here. Kazuki's got to let this go. And he does. Okay, so 5-0 in the... It's like a snowball rolling down the hill here. It's just seems to be gathering momentum. And, of course, as he wants to take a break, it looks like. As, as the lead grows, then, of course, Kazuki perhaps has to be a wee bit more aggressive. And, of course, the match equities would dictate that he does so as well. And Raul, is going to be a little bit more conservative. And so we shall see. Minor on break. You're welcome to join if you'd like.
I'm enjoying learning something.
Okay. Thank you for the water, Phil. Nearly burned his curry, so he almost ruined his lunch. He turned his phone off, turned down a date, turned down a party, and he's blaming it on me. Hey, I take the heat. So, anyway, these guys, let me look over here. Kind of interesting. I'd close that other tab. Let me go to the other match real quick and see what we've got. Day 2, Stream 1, Part 2. So just glancing over here at the Snelling's Victor match, 300 people watching that one. That's a popular contest. 3-1 Wilcox at this point. Okay, and we're on break. 5-0 Raul. He's had all the dice, and all Kazuki's been able to do is watch and keep his emotions in check and keep dropping those cubes. A couple of those cubes have perhaps been late. So, but even withstanding that, Kazuki finds himself in a 5-0 hole. Now, there was the one, what was that? The second game where Raul took, I didn't count it. It was doubtlessly a good double by Kazuki. Might well have been a thin take by Raul. But then Raul rolls 3 consecutive sets of 5s and, takes a commanding racing lead and is able to get in a recube, which Kazuki has to drop. So he's dropped 3. Had to drop the 1 recube, and he's dropped 3, 2 cubes that, were of little doubt that they had to be dropped. So it's a bit of a lopsided match, but it lopsided toward the underdog. So don't ever, backgammon, it's never over till it's over. And certainly Kazuki's world-class elite player. So I think we've still got a lot of match ahead of us here. Now, as we were talking earlier, this tournament, the Monte-Carlo Open, concludes tomorrow. The High Roller Jackpot, which is $7,500 entry, begins tomorrow. Last I heard, I think it may just be a field of 8. Of course, 7,500 euros is a pretty good sum to pony up. Unless they were to get to 12 or perhaps even 16, they'll cut it off at 8. I mean, if they had, it's the first 8 in, and I think they're there now. If, several more people wanted to enter, again, say 2 more did at this point, and they only got to 10, then they would, cut it at 8 and refund the entries to the 9th and 10th players. Well, I'm glad you enjoy our commentary and productions. Tapio, as I've mentioned before and even mentioned earlier today, I think we try to make the streams not only informative and describe what's going on, kind of some of the theory of what's going on, why they make certain moves, but rather than keep it pure play-by-play and purely theoretical and technical. We try to add a bit of human interest and humor and fun into it as well to make it, one, to appeal to perhaps a wider demographic than the purely dry technical commentary. And and we appeal to a wider demographic, and therefore we think it makes it more watchable. And that's what we want to do, is grow the game, make it fun to watch, entertaining to watch, and you learn something in the process. So and it's kind of interesting because here you have Kazuki, who's an elite player, playing against Raul, who's perhaps a less accomplished player in certain regard, although he's been playing a long time. So you see some contrasting styles, and I'm sure Kazuki thinks he's probably adjusting his play, or trying to adjust his play, although he's not had much chance to do anything here with the rolls. And you contrast that to the match over on Stream 1 right now, which is Wilcox Snellings and Victor Ashkenazi, and that's two just, probably both in the top 5 in the world, perhaps. And that's, you're not going to see some of the mistakes we might see here. You're going to see just backgammon at its highest level. And so there's a lot to be learned there as well. But it, from a bit of a different perspective, and all matches have their peculiarities and things that we can learn from. I've always felt this way, and I was talking about this with Chris Trencher last night, and I talk with a number of friends of mine on occasions. I mean, even being a mid-level open player, perhaps, that I am, I find it much easier to play a very accomplished player than to play an inexperienced player, because the inexperienced player, you never know what's coming at you, and with the elite players, you pretty much know what they're going to do from time to time. You know pretty much that the any cube that they're going to send you is probably going to be a very efficient cube, and much more likely a take than a late cube might be from an inexperienced player. I know I tell a number of my students when I do any teaching, but friends otherwise that perhaps are less experienced, and they like to play XG to practice on and so forth. And most people, when they play XG without a full understanding of XG, they'll play it with it cranked up all the way, maximum skill level by XG in effect. And what happens, they get accustomed to thinking that every cube is a take, because XG is giving them the most efficient, absolutely perfectly efficient cubes at all times, and the vast majority of perfectly efficient cubes are takes. And then they start playing humans, and they're not getting those efficient cubes. They're getting later cubes, and there's probably going to be a lot more drops in there, but they've conditioned themselves to take, that so many cubes are takes. But you have to recognize your opponent, and playing a human, even a very skilled human, is not like playing the perfection of XG when XG is cranked up all the way. So anyway, it's interesting. I don't know if they're both back in there yet. I can't see Kazuki Kara. Can you close up? Close the door, maybe.
It's still outside.
I know, but they're playing in there, the other men. Okay. So everybody's back in the room. That door, you have to kind of shove it to keep it closed, and we're trying to keep one, noise from the large playing room out of the private room, and also we don't want the players who are being streamed to have any potential of hearing any of the commentary. So we try to keep that room secure. And they're ready to go again. Mr. Kowalski, we see him occasionally. I believe he's Polish. I quite often see him watching some of our streams, so welcome tonight. Okay, so let's see a nice 5-3 opening. Let's see if Kazuki can recover from this avalanche against him early on here. 3-2, playing 2 down. This really is his only option. 6-4 hits. Okay. 4-6. Probably stays there and maybe plays to the 5 or the 4. I mean, we'll see. I think he's gonna come out with it. We're gonna see, I think, increasing pressure like this from Kazuki, an early cube, but and he misses that checker over there. But we saw no hesitation on Raul's part. He scooped it right up. Again, he's been playing for decades, perhaps, and you know, he's not going to be, I don't think, I'm not that familiar with his game, but I don't think he's going to be terribly intimidated by you know, by early pressured cubes like that, where, you know, a less experienced player that's maybe younger and doesn't have the seasoning and the experience that Raul has may be intimidated by an early pressured cube like that. So let's see, he's going to come, well, he's going to stir the pot a little bit. I thought he might play it a little bit more conservatively, but Kazuki dances, and that aggressive play is very possibly going to pay off. Now you can make the 2 point. It's not exactly what he wanted to do, but it is another point. Well, thank you very much, Tapio. And he does make the 2 point. There's 25% chance Kazuki dances. He doesn't. But he doesn't. He enters with the 3. Or wait, he did dance. I apologize. I kind of glanced away for a second. So now Kazuki is really getting under increasing pressure. Okay, the 2's got to go to the 11, I would think. Could go to the 6 because going to the 11 strips the mid, but now this is a position that I'm sure Kazuki has experience with. He's going to go to the 6 and keep the spare on the mid. 6-5 by Raul. Again, this is going to be kind of interesting. He could run all the way and continue to play with the 1 blot on the 8 point. He could come out to the 18 and make the 8 point. He could have hit loose. That was not on my original radar screen. Now he gets hit twice. So now it's going to be full speed ahead on a blitz for Kazuki. Double 4s dances. Now he's going to be working on that 5 point. He's also got, you know, another blot out there, but he's not successful in doing so. Now, what's he do? Does he splits or goes 8-7? He's going to go full bore with 6 blots bearing or 6 checkers bearing. Now, alternatively, you know, he could clean it up a little bit. He could have played it such that he blocked the Joker double 5 from escaping, but dances again. So this 4-2 picks up the 4th checker. He says maybe not. He's thinking about hitting on the ace and taking away an advantage of perhaps making an anchor. So, but he opts to go this way. 3 in the air. Tim Rull needs a anchor in the worst way, and he dances for the 3rd time in a row. And it's going to start getting expensive, like right now. I don't know for sure. So he makes the 5 point. So now Roll enters, but he hasn't gotten an anchor yet. This could get expensive in a hurry. Puts them all 4 up with the 4-1. So dance. Now this could get. We're going to slide from maybe a gammon territory in toward BG territory if we're not. If Kazuki's lucky and Raul is unlucky here, you get 4 closed out, and you've got a problem. Okay, so again, Raul needs to short circuit this onslaught. And he gets 1. Okay, there's a 4 and a deuce. Now, what's he do with the deuce? He could play to the 5, and that gives him 3 builders bearing on the deuce. Doesn't want to. Could just play to the, to the 15. Roll needs an anchor in a serious way. Doesn't get it. Pure dance. So now 3 builders working on the 2. Doesn't make it, so he takes the anchor potential off the ace again. So respawn dancing still. So and there's the ace point. So this is getting bleaker by the moment. There's a deuce, but it's only a deuce. 5-3 is going to hit it. He wants to step up to. He's going to do that. Gives him shifts the blot back, which makes it more. Well, he's thinking of doing that. He does that. Gives a bit more potential of making the anchor from. Or making that 5 point with what he has in the outfield. There's a 5, so once again staves off disaster. Ace 6, and he's going to bring it down either to the 9 or the 7. He looks like he's decided on the 9. Raul needs that anchor, needs that, and he gets it. Now, he's probably not going to win this game, but that's going to certainly takes the BG out of play. Perhaps ultimately may take the gammon out of play, but he certainly didn't want to be closed out, and he managed to avoid that disaster. Okay, so he'd love to come in, but he's more deeply loves having secured that anchor. Yes, I believe you are correct, Tapio. The tango did originate in Argentina. Okay, let's put that checker. Yeah, there you go. He had kind of put it on the 3.5. I didn't want any confusion to arise. But I think Kazuki, as I understand, is one of those rare individuals. I don't think he's going to get confused as to where a checker is. I think he's one of those rare individuals who's known to be able to recreate by memory an entire match. So who needs Digigammon or a recorded stream if you can replicate it from your memory? I know Stick's been able to do that. Matt Congar, supposedly on occasion. There's a double nickel that has really, really, really changed this game a bit. it's all, Timmerman's gotten everything until this game, and now he's gotten lucky to not get 4 checkers closed out. 300 and something last time I looked. 373. Okay, so now Rule's got a lot of containment potential, and he's trying to spread them out to realize that. He hits with a 4. And then the question, that's going to be the 5 and the 4 down. So now he has even more containment. But, you know, if Kazuki gets lucky, he's got 3 more blots strewn around out there. Gets out, but not lucky to hit. So now 2s and 5s. There's the 2, and he can make the 9 point. So, man, this game is really turned around. I'd still rather be on Kazuki's side, but that's changing somewhat. Tim Suki is in the house, Mr. Suki. Okay, 5-4, he can make the 4 point, but that gives a fair number of returns to that 5 point board over there. I don't know that you want to do that. So he's going to play it to the 6, be a little more cautious. He's got the 5-0 lead. He's kind of made an escape here of the gammon. He doesn't want to put himself back into that situation by leaving a bunch of blots out there and getting hit. Yes, sir. Miss Suki says hi also. Okay. Well, something's got to happen here. I guess he's going to, wow, he can't make a point. He's got to leave a shot somewhere, and it would be effectively an indirect, but I guess that's it. 6 and then go 6-2. Now got a number of, I just got to run with that. So he's still got a 4 containment number. There's the 4 and a 6 to come on around with it. So now, wow, this is really, really swung. Kazuki needs 3-5 doesn't do much. Now he's still way ahead in the race, and Roll doesn't want to put huge crooked numbers into play, so he's going to be sitting on that cube for a while. Just come on around and make that, make the 10 point and take, take the few hitting numbers away. You just don't, you've recovered to this point. You just don't want to, I don't want to just, give any freak rolls back where it might turn back around. Okay, so now, this isn't as odd. He comes out with it and plays that. Now now he's only exposed to 3, but he gets hit on the outside rather than the inside. That wasn't his best number, and that's pretty much got to be his play, I would think. Now 7's hit, except for the 5-2. Okay, now he's got, he's still way behind, but he's got a lot of pointing numbers here. Let's see. 6-3 is not one of them. Now, what do we do with this? Well, again, I'm not getting excited about 6 and 3. That's the safe play. Now, if Kazuki can get out, he's still got a pretty sizable racing lead, and he does get out. So, this is probably. I was going to say, are we going to start the double nickel beating again? But okay, and what we can see here, just as this game is developed, is why Raul kept that cube on his side of the table, because I don't think he was ever in a position where Kazuki would have dropped it. And he was always in a position where he could still lose the game. And lose the game, it looks as though he will. Unless he gets some more of those sets of big doubles, which he's been specializing in. Doesn't get that, he's going to have to slide on a 3. Just working on his distribution to bear off as fast as he can. A set of 2s. So Kazuki got some misses ahead of him, but Raul's way behind. Kazuki is every likelihood to miss, but he can afford some misses. 6-4, so he's down to 5 checkers. 6-5, so Raul's sitting on 9 checkers. So a lot's got to go wrong. Well, that's a 6-5 and a 6-4. So I thought Kazuki was going to have some misses, but he's proving me wrong. So and another 6-4. Okay, so he's got to have a set here. That doesn't do it. So there, that 5-0 lead quickly evaporates to 5-4. Or no, he beat it. It's 5-2. I'm sorry. He was facing the 5-4 and managed to escape that. I mean, he was in serious jeopardy of not only getting gammon, there were some rare beachies floating around out there as well. And he turned it around and actually had some reasonable opportunities to win that game. But I think he correctly set on that cube and, ended up saving the G but losing the game. Okay, so here we go. The second 6-5 is thwarted by the... Now he gets hit. Aces will work. That makes the 5 hits on the bar. Yeah. Okay. Dances with a set of 5s. Boy, that's unfortunate. 2-point board, you don't anticipate that. That's the bar and step up. So he's trying to position himself to either make a forward anchor or to escape. Now, Kazuki's probably going to hit that checker. He does. Raul would like to send a 3rd back behind his 4 prime. Is not able to do so. Oh, that's I was a little surprised by that. I might have played that a bit differently, but gets away with it with an ace-6. So now he has potential to make the 4-point and to hit that 3rd checker back there. He isn't able to do either. I'm not. I'm coming down to that, and then maybe I might split the back with the 2, but. Okay, now, what's he do? Does he hit, or does he make the 5-point? I'm thinking he makes the 5-point, but I'll defer to Kazuki's much better judgment than mine. Does make the 5-point. That's an asset that you gain and you don't ever give up. It's a permanent asset for your game here. If he were to hit this blot over here, he may even give up the slot on his own 5, which could be pretty costly. Now he's thoroughly considering both positions, switching back and forth between the 2. Again, he's got plenty of time left at this point, and that's just okay. He decides to, hit the checker, which sends one back. Hopefully, he denies and he at least initially denies Raul the quick chance of making the 4-point to extend his prime, but he did get hit, so that was the risk that he exposed himself to. 4-5, so that's that. Now 5 to the 8, probably. Yeah. What else are you going to do? Raul needs an anchor. Going to take that 20-point. Okay, so we're kind of. Yeah, Martin, I was a little surprised that he hit. I thought you take the 5-point there, but that'll be interesting to go back and look at. Set of aces. Now that's unfortunate. If you're Raul, Kazuki's kind of liking it. Didn't have enough aces to play. Okay, so now. Uh-oh. Those aces are starting to hurt. The next one's going to hurt even more. 6-5, he can get out. He can run, but he can't hide, huh? Only 5, reasonable 5 if he comes out with the 6 is to go to the ace. Doesn't really like to do that, so let's reconsider. Let's reset and reconsider. What other... I mean, it's not an attractive roll. Okay, so he's going to bury that 1 to the ace. He's got a spare on the 2 that he can put to use. 5-1, he hits. Ace 6, so now he's got a 6 to play. You do with that. I don't give up the mid. I don't know. Again, I'm just going to plead ignorance and defer to Kazuki here, but that was my inclination, was to make the ace point, as ugly as it might be, but it allows me to maintain the mid, allows me to maintain the anchor. He gives up the mid. But again, going to the ace would have been pretty ugly in its own right. 6-2's a hitter, long distance. Fly shot. Okay. Double nickel. Man, he's... It's funny. I mean, the double nickels have just been killer for Kazuki today. Raul's rolled 1 million of them, it seems. And, from a positive sense, there's another dance. And Kazuki's danced on a 2-point board twice with double nickels in the last couple of 3 games. So he'll probably have nightmares of double 5s in his sleep tonight. Okay, so a 6-3 to play. He's gonna kind of keep it safe. I might have left that anchor back there, but now 2-6 gonna come out to the 17. I would think. Don't want to give up the anchor. Don't want to bury another checker. Well, at least Raul can play aces this time. I just go to the 11. Yeah, a little other choice there. Now Kazuki's in a bit of a timing problem. Now he's just got to go around with that. His problem is Raul can escape those back checkers relatively easily if he wishes. I think you got to go with one of them here. Just run it all the way. Run it all the way? No, he's going to play. Wow, I don't like this. Where's the 3? You don't have a 3. I think you run with one of the back checkers, but see what happens. Wow. Well, he has to at least, no dupes, but he has to give up the anchor to hit it in all likelihood. There it is. Nice. He's able to cover the ace and hit in the same fail swoop. Now there are some brutal returns here. Got to come out. Good hit on the ace, but I think you come out. Four two. Do that, but you know now Raul has the opportunity to make the 4 point. He says, "Where's another one of those sets of double ones I've been rolling all night?" That's not exactly what he had in mind. 5-2. Hello. I think I'm coming out and playing 5-3. Maybe you can't come all the way around. Maybe I can live with that. Gets to hit. Oh, and now and that's a nice roll there. And it gets to run in safety that trailer. 5-3. Going to go to the deuce, I suspect. Yeah. Okay, now Kazuki's got some work to clear these checkers. That helps. That makes the first one easy. Now he's got a little bit more difficulty in the other two. 4-2 is going to make the ace point. Yeah, unstacks it all a little bit and makes a point in the process. Kazuki got two checkers to clear. There's another 9, so he gets to bring that on around and only leave 12s. And double 3s don't work, so it's, 4s and 6s. So he's going to count this. What are we at? 9, 7, 63. 34, 97, 103. I didn't finish counting. 5-3. So now he can make the deuce and slot the 4. I was really kind of surprised Kazuki didn't run with that 9 on the prior roll. Now he's got to, it gets more and more difficult, although Raul doesn't have much timing himself to maintain that anchor over there and try to cause Kazuki problems coming around. 4-1. He's going to play 2 off the 5 point, I think. Yeah, saves a 6, makes the point. So let's see what happens. Kazuki's still, and that's not helping him. Is he inclined to split them? He is. So that's 11s and 12s. 4 numbers. Boom. Go to the ace. Doesn't like it. You don't have to like it. You just have to do it. Okay, Kazuki's still struggling with he can't get anything to get those checkers around, and that's why I suspected he might have played that, taken advantage of that 1-9 that he had earlier or a second 9 that he had earlier to go to the 8 point. But they're both struggling now. Now's a nice set of 4s for Raul. Kazuki'd like a little bit of that himself. 6-3 doesn't work, so Raul gets to roll 6-3 of his own, and that doesn't work. So he's got Kazuki's shooting at a 3. Shooting at a 3. Gets 3 the hard way. Gonna have to lift it, yeah. So dueling 5 point boards here. But Raul's in the air. Kazuki's not. Okay, so he's gonna count this thing. Does he have it? Does he have the cube here? I'm not sure. He might take another roll. He sends it. What do we got?
Pass.
16. He let it go. That was probably close. That was probably close. Again, Raul playing a little cautiously with the lead, but the lead is, you know, falling from 5-0 to 5-3. So he might have to end up getting out of that so conservative a mode here. 6-3 for Raul. Be out and down. Deuces. Now the book play is this, so sometimes some are tempted to play it otherwise. 6-5, that plays easily. 2-1, it's going to slot the 5. But which does he slide it with, and does he split the back? I think he's got to split the back. I think I slot the 5 and play to the 22, but you know, you're exposed to the double 5 and the 5-3 with that. See what he, okay. Morton Hound says it was a small drop. So, kudos to Raul for getting it right. Four and the 3. Wants to just play with a single blot, not introduce another. 6-5 is going to make the 18. There it is. Raul. 5-3 will work. That makes the 5. Safety's the checker and makes the 5 both. So a good roll overall. 6-4 for Kazuki. Wow, gonna slot the 5 and slot the deuce. Yeah, but now he's got a lot of strip points out here. Of course, Raul does as well. Now he may be tempted. Well, he can't. Gonna say with 2 blots on the other side, he might have been tempted to do something else, but he couldn't do anything else that didn't have 2 blots in it. Now the double 6s kind of forces. That's a forced play, effectively a forced play. Kind of forced his hand. So let's see what Raul can do. He'd like to make a couple of points here. He can make the. Gonna have to just make the ace point, I think, and clean it up a little bit. Let's see what Kazuki can roll. 4-3. So that's gonna go to the ace. I suspect. I don't think he can do anything else here. Raul. 4-3. Wow. I think you just play them both in. Then they've got a symmetric standoff. Who blinks first? Linda Other. Is that a Linda that I might know from Colorado? Okay, who blinks first here? Boom. Raul blinked when Kazuki rolled that. So now what? Well, there's some blinkage going back the other way, but they're both still got problems. Raul's perhaps more imminent problems, but Kazuki's going to have to count this race such that he can come down to the 9 with those. He does. So he's ahead. So he plays the 2 down. Now Raul, 3-1. He's just going to go to the deuce point, I think. Could go to the 4 and the 3 and the 4. Yeah, okay. So that'll work. So now Kazuki, counting this up. What do we got? 7-35. 8, 9, 17, 34, 69, 76. 76 for black. Let's remember that. We got 43, 47,
Plus.
79. He lets it go. Wow. if my count was right, and I did it very quickly, I only had it 3 pips different, but you know, Kazuki was in a favorable position. Timmerman had to get the 2 checkers out. So 5-4 it is. So seems to have been a well-timed break. Kazuki took it 5-0 because he's come back and it's been nothing but Kazuki. Yeah, that was it a cube? You were just dropping off? I think I had it at only 3 pips, but okay, Morton Howe had it at 7 pips, so I miscounted. So there, it doubtlessly it was a cube and on the cusp of a take. Rowe let it go. 3-2. Gonna step up, slide to 4. Try to get it something going here. 5-3. Gonna make the 3. 4-3. It's hits. So now he's going to hit and see if he can get lucky with Kazuki's roll in return. 3-2. That hits. 4-2. He's going to come in and make the 4-point. Okay, so now drop by 150. So it was a big drop. Thank you, Martin, for putting that in. So I've been a little friskier with the consideration of some of these cubes than Raul has, and Raul has proven to be pretty prescient in his cubes. And there he gutter balls a double 5 and then dances with a 6-3. So his go-to roll he put in the gutter. Had to roll again, and he dances to a 2-point board. So let's see what happens here. There's the ace-4. He's going to hit with that. Five-6 going to run. No other 6s really that he wants to consider. Okay. Roll. Wow, that's all but forced. Let's see what he does with that. He could take them all in and only play with 1 blot. If he comes out to the 18, he's got to play with 2 blots. Yeah, so let's do that. Got the chance of and a jailbreak with the trailer back there. Okay. 4-1. That doesn't accomplish much at all. That's really fairly ugly. You can step up and then lift. I don't know. I might have shifted the slot from the 3 to the 4. What is that? Rare glare instance on a magic die. 4-5 makes the 4-point now. Raul needs to get out of dodge with a big number here. Shoots it across the table. There's a big number. 6-5. Okay. Kazuki needs a deuce. No deuce. So what's he do? He can make the deuce point. He could slot the deuce and the 5. Probably not going to have the opportunity to hit a checker, so I slot the 5. Ace deuce. Well, you got to go to the 6. Just can't risk. Whoa. Or I guess it was on the 10, wasn't it? So so he couldn't clear it. Set of 6s, so there it goes. So Kazuki. Whoa, there's Raul's set of 5s again. I was going to say Raul was going to have probably plenty of time to wait out Kazuki trying to clear those two back checkers, but maybe he's not going to have as much time as we might have thought he would have. Okay. Raul needs to clean it up a little bit over here, and he doesn't. Oh, that's ugly. Thought he might clean it up because he could be getting a shot right here. That's pretty much a forced play. So now, oh, no shot. There's that double nickel coming back to haunt Timmerman. Raul greatly benefited from double nickels in the first half of this match, and Kazuki's been seeing a fair number of them in the back half of this match. And the match, I'm referring to front half and back half in relation to the break they took. But right now, we're at 5-5, 11-point match in an 11-point match. So we got 6 to go. So it's as if they're playing a 6-point match. Wow. Now we can see neither in particular time problems, although Kazuki has 7 minutes less than Raul. 2-2. Now again, the book play is make the 4 and the 11, and that's what he goes with. 4-3. Raul gonna go to the 7 this time. Last time he went to the 8 and played to the 10, but 4 deuce, he can make the 9. Yeah. Set of boxes. Okay, so that's both bars, I suspect. Yeah, he doesn't want to go to the deuce because then he's got a 7 prime in the works, and that's not necessarily what you're trying to do. 6-5, only one way to play that. One reasonable way to play that. Okay, Raul needs that 5-point, doesn't get it. Wow. He could come around the corner with one of them and see if he can escape with Kazuki shooting at him with 2 blots in his home board, but he's going to slide on the 5. Keep that midpoint over there. Gets away with a 6-3. So what do we do here? He could run, which he decides to do. Raul. Wow. Going to make the ace point. Makes the ace point. Okay, set of 4s. Can't safety that back guy. Okay, so now Raul needs that'll work. Needs a couple of closely separated small numbers, and he gets it. So now Kazuki boxes. Now Raul, he gets aggressive again now that we've gotten back to a tie score, and okay, it looks as though Victor won there against Wilcox. Looks like a nice match. Okay. So now Kazuki studying his cube. Maybe we'll get some overflow viewers from Stream 1 over here to Stream 2. Y'all are certainly welcome to join us. We've got a very nice and entertaining, interesting match here. Raul Timmerman got everything early on and got to a 5-0 lead. Kazuki took a break and come back, and it's been all Kazuki since. So we've had dueling 5-point streaks, and now Raul breaks that streak and hopes to begin another 5-point streak of his own. So 6-5 Raul. Yeah, dropped by 215. Thank you, Martin. Okay, Raul down in slot, going for the gusto here. He's going to have to hit him with that double ace. Can't let him potentially make those points. I think the reference position here is hit, but he's going to go with the priming. Okay, 6 and 3. Okay, so he can make the 3-point. I think he got to make the 5. Okay, so now Kazuki's shooting, and he make the 4-pointer hit. He's going to hit. Raul, set of 4s. That'll work. You can hit and make the 4-point. So great shake. You can come on around and make the 9, but yeah, and play with no blots. I'd have been tempted to play it otherwise, but this certainly has some merit. 4-1. So now does he play to the 14? We welcome all of y'all who are coming over here and joining us as the Victor Ashkenazi Wilcox Snellings match has ended with Victor being victorious. This is an undefeated bracket match. They're in the final 8. Kazuki Yokota is the prohibitive favorite from the odds makers to win this event, but he's gotten into a tough battle with Raul Timmerman from Argentina. Raul scored the first 5 points of the match. Kazuki took a break, scored the next 5 points, and now Raul stopped that streak and leads 6-5. So now Kazuki's got to decide what he can do. 6-1 to play. So what do we do? He's torn. So he likes that down. Does he pick up this ace or does he split his back checkers? Be interesting. Over. I saw 450.
No transcription. That's a record.
And that's unfortunate for their review. This would have been a great one for their reviewing the match. It would have been nice to have the transcription.
Well, no, but I mean,
Oh, I understand. Yeah. Okay, so he decides to play it this way. Uh-oh, dances with boxes. That's unfortunate. To the dance to the 2-point board. And Kazuki had played it with kind of some maximum building potential and rolls a great 2-3. Raul dances once more. Now, this is a good cube time. I think both from a strategic perspective and from perhaps a psychological perspective. And yeah, Raul just drops that with he didn't. And perhaps he had already considered it a bit. He didn't count it necessarily. But I think there's a tendency for a lot of people. He just had danced twice in a row to a 2-point board, and you're kind of feeling down in the mouth. And he sends you a cube, and you just, let me get out of this. I mean, this is. So now we got a 5-point match. We are at 6-6. Kazuki comes 2 down. Raul hits with a 9. 5-1 for Kazuki. He's going to slot and split, probably. Yes. Okay, now what can Raul do from here? 3-1. That's a nice pointing number on that 5 point, which one, he wants the 5 point, and secondly, the bonus of there having been a blot on it. So Kazuki makes the 23 and hits on the 10. Now I'm going to stay split and make 6-5. There you go. Kazuki, 2-1. Now this is going to be interesting. He can step up to the 22, or he can make the bar. He could make the 9 and step up one of these back checkers. But which one? Does he give up the anchor? He does. Okay, so Raul's got some target-rich environment. Okay, now here he makes that forward anchor. Probably best. He could have really got aggressive and perhaps put 2 in the air, but he chose to make the forward anchor, which I don't doubt is the correct play. Okay. 3-6 from Raul makes the deuce point. Now he's got a blot there, but you know, Kazuki has to give up the anchor to hit it, and he has a blot in his own board, although he can't do much with the 4-2 regardless. So let's see how this is kind of an interesting play from my perspective. Okay, now he's if he hits it, then he's got a lot of blots out there playing with 4. Timmerman has a better board. This could be a bit risky. Yeah, I don't think he might want to do this, but what does he do? He makes his own 5 point and play with a single blot over there on that side. He's torn. This is a difficult play from my perspective. Okay, he goes with the hitting play, the 4 blot play against the better board. Let's see what happens. He only gets hit once. And Raul's obviously going to take the one off the 5 point, which was the potential, asset to build a 5. Now, 4 to play. Got to just come down, I think. Well, he could play the other way, but I'm not sure. I'd rather take the 5 point away from him. 3-5 hits. Okay, here we go. Same shot again for Raul. Same can hit with a 6 or hits with a 5 and then a 6 that doesn't play that well. It plays better than the 4 did last time, but let's see what happens now. Double 4s, that will work. Going to make that, and then he's got a 4 to play. Now, how does he play that? Does he make the 17? Safety from the... Yeah, I kind of like this. Raul doesn't have that many in the zone. Now he's got just limit the number of blots, but he's, triple exposed, gets hit. Double 4s, that'll work. He's a 4 short. I guess what's he gonna do here? Play 6-2. Brings it on down. It's probably legitimate. 4-1. Now he can get hit, or Kazuki can make that anchor. He takes the hit. Whoop. Gutter ball. Ace-6. So he's going to attack in his own board. He still has a better board, although he's... Hey, David, sit down. Would you like to... What do I do with my other mic? Here it is.
6-6.
6-6. David Wells joining us here.
Hello, everyone.
And
So,
this has been kind of an interesting match. Kazuki's prohibitive favorite. Timmerman got everything early on, got out 5-0. Kazuki took a break, got it back to 5-5. Timmerman goes up 6-5, 6-6. So been quite a back and forth match. Let's bring this in a little tighter. There we go. David Wells joining me here, folks. If y'all aren't familiar with him, there he scooped that up pretty quickly.
looked like the probably double take.
And again, I suspect you may be, like many, probably familiar with Kazuki and not Timmerman so much.
Yeah, I don't know who Timmerman is. Well, anti-Joker for sure. That was your loving life. Owning the cube is Timmerman right now. I think he just comes from the back in the back thing.
Yeah, you may as well just bring it on, huh?
I guess this is okay.
And go to the 5.
Just because it's seems such a nice place to have a spare. Makes
Yeah.
it really hard to run out safely, and you're not trapped at all. So you can just go next turn and also pretty much, other than double ones.
Speaking of double 5s,
Pretty good roll.
well, you know what he would have liked to have done, but where's the 2?
You could. This is probably right.
Is that 4-6?
Yeah, 4-6.
Minimizes shots. Boom. Head probably then comes out to the 16.
Yeah, we might as well get away from that stack.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All right.
That's one thing. Timmerman's much more of a feel
Well,
player.
he didn't. I wonder if he knows the rate.
I don't know. He hadn't counted anything.
Yeah, that's
yet
what I'm
tonight.
guessing. That's what I'm guessing.
That's what I mean.
But I like his cube. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the cube, but he's just been that kind of an instinctual, feel type player.
He felt that one right.
He felt that one right.
Yes,
It
he
served
did.
him well. He took in the second game, I think. It's probably a good cube, but could have gone either way on the take. Tara, they reset the clock accidentally.
In the clock.
I don't know. I'll hang on. Okay, this was right before the cube, so that's that.
3 minutes break.
14:10 and 5:45, I think.
You said 14:10 and 5:45.
14:10 and 5.
14:10.
He drops it pretty quickly. 14:10 and 5:38.
Yeah, I think it's looks like a drop.
Yeah, but it was funny because in that second game, Timmerman took a Probably could have gone either way, cube. And immediately rolls 3 consecutive sets of
Make
fives.
sure I get the right side.
Timmerman has
What side of the clock?
this near side's 1410. And far side's
I'm gonna
530.
go get a glass of water. Do you want one?
I've got some. Thank you, David. 538 and far. That's right. You want to see it?
No, I mean, as in what side?
Oh, it's right. There's 1410s down here and 538 is up there.
Side of the clock.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, so can you check my work?
Can I check your work? Yeah, it's right. Put it down and we'll confirm that it's right. Huh?
Is it right?
Well, it's delayed a little bit.
No, look on that.
Oh, that's
real
right.
time.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so
That's correct.
the rule had plenty of time. All right.
Yeah, I was wondering about Kazuki's cube there. The take looked pretty
Well,
trivial.
it's 508, 508 was no double by 119.
Oh, it wasn't. Somebody put it
Gaz
in.
Owen.
Okay, my gut was right. I felt loose.
Yeah, this guy's been a hoot all day. You know, he's got some money on this match. I'm sure he probably bet on Kazuki. Got so cross I chucked my phone and cracked my screen.
3 away, 5 away.
So, anyway, yeah, somebody else put it in Martin Howe. Same number. So as it should be. Suzuki's 2 cube was wrong by 119. So they both,
Gaz, where are you? Are you in? You're not coming? Yes, Gaz.
I think he's in London. I don't
Okay.
think he's coming.
If he's checking positions for us, probably in London.
Yeah. Well, he would still have time to get here. He came tomorrow. Play starts Tuesday.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Short
much
flight.
in the way of time zone differential to acclimate.
Right. Yeah. Tough for us Americans.
Yeah, and I was commenting earlier today at some point that you see a lot of the Americans coming in a few days early because of that time zone differential, I think. Are you playing in the high roller jackpot thing tomorrow?
I'm considering it. I'm not committed to it at this point, but it's consideration still.
So how many times have you played here before in the World Championship? A number?
Guessing nine times,
Something like that.
Like that.
Okay.
I don't know the exact number. Something like that.
So you're pretty well acquainted with the environs then.
Yeah, no, and it's obviously one of the best tournaments. It's
Mm-hmm.
got a great vibe.
The Mochi Man Well, Kazuki's been fighting the dice this match, and then he just sent a 119 error on a 2 cube and got burned. I guess your name had come up a time or two last night. We were talking, and I guess you're more well known as a money player than a match player, perhaps, or that's the consensus that I hear.
I guess, yeah, I like playing both. Tournament play is very interesting. It can be quite, yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
But it's a different game, right? Two totally different games. Match play and cash play.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't call them totally different games. I would go that because they're
Substantially different. Yeah, sounds like.
yeah, there's intricacies that you need to. It goes in other areas that you need to
Right.
contemplate, other than pure checker play. I think if you're good at one, you can be good at the other.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're just having super memory and you can remember every reference position and
Yeah.
play from that. Some people can do that, I guess.
Oh, Mr. Timmerman.
What a match.
It's a good match. Very good match.
Surely I make hundreds of mistakes, one beside the other.
I like your double just now. That was a nice double.
So, okay. Well, good luck to both of you. Finish it off there. MCG has moved over from the other stream to this one, and he agrees with you. Pretty much, if you make good backgammon moves, you'll do well no matter whether it's cash or match. Huh?
Okay.
Welcome, MCG. Yeah.
It's okay. A6, okay.
Okay, so Kazuki's in a little bit of a difficult position here, but
Wow.
oh,
Strong. Just the best. This is interesting. So what's going on with it? This score, I mean, it seems fine. I'm not sure if it's the right play. Certainly close. The 9 point.
Matt says he thinks that's correct.
Yeah. This is no. He shouldn't touch those. He should be making the 11 point here. But the 11 point, you just want to. It's easy to clear that point. Those extra builders have come in super handy.
Extra builders on the 5 and the 7.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Morton Howe ran it. He said he agrees. XG agrees on the
Yeah, that
going to the
that
9.
was just like a joker that you didn't quite get the equity juice out of it. You should have. But keep rolling it.
Dice gods are going to give you another
just-
opportunity.
This is just the 9. It's you've been kind of forced into it. Can't really. You'll get there.
Doesn't really have much other choice.
Exactly. That's a great shot for Kazuki.
Yeah,
Takes a
kinda
lot of pressure off.
staves off the pressure, huh?
Yeah. Not going to get gammon very much anymore. Going to win. What?
Ooh.
Gee. This is very strong and plays itself is.
Wow.
A good roll, but still in really bad shape.
Does
It's going to be. She should be very tight with the cube here at this match score.
mhm.
He does not want to give Kazuki.
Doesn't want to put crooked numbers into play, huh?
Yeah, that 4 cube would coming back will be really ugly looking. I think
He had a
Raul
better
knows that. He can feel. He knows what he needs. He's not going to whip that cube so easy. Here's the shot.
I think he actually had a better position in the prior roll than this roll, as far from a perhaps cube perspective.
Yeah, he just wants to. This is pretty clear, just to get him off the ace point. It's a good bad roll, right?
Right.
The shot, but it knocks him out of there. Wow, huge swing. So it looks like just to the
Nothing but
7.
the 7,
You don't
right?
really want to make the 10 point.
Dancing. Now.
That's the trailer. I like doubles the trailer. Oh, yep. He just.
So that gets Kazuki to 4-way, which let's see that straining a little bit, but maybe you can see it.
I think Kazuki's supposed to slot the 5 here too. I'm not really sure, but we'll play to the 18. One of those is right. Maybe the game gets more complicated by slotting the 5. Maybe not. Maybe I guess it's the 18. It's probably right. But I'm not sure.
He let it go. Okay, mirror image, but oh, he's wearing him out with these big doubles.
All right, this is 3-away, 4-way. This would, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a double. And he's not, no, he's thinking, he found it.
Wow.
Now Kazuki is hating life right now. And I think he might let this go. He
Takes it.
Yeah. I thought it was, if it's a small take, he might do better off letting something like that go in this situation.
Well, that's like, yeah, and somebody said earlier, and I don't think it's been as dramatic as I might have anticipated, but I think Kazuki's clearly the better player. It's just how much adjustment does he want to make for that?
Right. Yeah, I'm curious of what the equity on that one. Somebody can let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Sure, Martin or Gaz will put it in.
All right. Well, this is Kazuki's best chance right now to get a 1 or a 2 here. Well, there you go.
There it goes.
He's
Big
just-
take,
just-
200.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably too much to do anything else. Kazuki's got a game.
Probably going to be a long game. Shaping up to be that way.
Dancing wasn't the worst there for Kazuki.
He'd be content to dance for some time.
I would love 3 or 4 dances here. Yeah, that would be just fine. It's becoming meaningful already, so especially if he rolls a 3 when he does come in.
Oh, that's way faster than what Timmerman would have liked, I think.
Yeah.
Two down. Slide to 4, yeah.
Problem is the 6s are bad. They were going to be bad no matter what. Wow,
Wow.
that is very helpful for Kazuki's winning chances.
Great game for Kazuki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was massive. Kazuki just should have a timing correct. He can just get out. Nope. Must just and you got to step up.
Sit down and talk on this game.
No.
You don't want to talk? You're
Must
okay.
step up. 24-22. You don't want to have to come off the 3-point.
He's not gonna leave a shot anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, force play.
Kazuki's going to win this an awful lot. Good roll.
He's gonna win it an awful lot, but he's not gonna get the G out of it any longer.
No.
So,
Very good roll.
MONTE-CARLO Open 2023 Intermediates main flight is completed. Our finalist is from USA, Justin Moore Jr. And the winner is from France, Michel Chacrel. Congratulations. This is the best one.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks
Lot,
pretty clear.
yeah. He's still tiptoeing through the tulips here.
We're making it look easy. No friction. This is the moment of truth right now.
Yeah.
Aces.
Next roll.
Got to sweat an ace. Some deuces. There it is.
There it is. What's he got off? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You just roll and then you can double when you hit.
ah,
He needs to double?
I'm
I
not
would
sure.
wait.
I would wait too.
Because
You
he
might
might
get-
take it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would wait too. I would.
I mean, if he's a computer, then he knows. But
Matt's was like, yeah, he said you can redouble after hitting with 7 off.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
doubling after the hit.
Okay.
You end up hitting the last checker, you're kind of sick.
Okay. Now does he clear the ace or take 1 off the ace?
No.
Make him play
no,
3s?
No, he just keeps that structure right now.
Okay.
Got to get a shot. An ace is. That was an ace.
There's
Here-
the ace.
Here it is. Now the problem is he's still a dog after hitting. But boy, it's important. There it is.
There it is.
All right. Well, he can go back and get another checker. It'd be difficult. Starts with a deuce. Once a deuce.
So 10 checkers off.
Oh, Morton Howe put it in. Big 4 cube by 300, he says.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Double by 300.
What?
So apparently hit is a market result.
Yeah. Makes sense because of the score being 4 away, 3 away.
Wow.
You don't get full value of your wins.
And also, if he loses gammon anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So all those gammons become irrelevant.
But I couldn't figure out that quickly.
No, well, if you could. Yeah,
I
exactly.
would have spent more time.
If I had time on the clock, I'd spend a minute or two.
He didn't even let it touch the table, did he? That was a nice. If you're gonna roll an ace, that's the
I
roll.
think he already knew the math, and that's why he was aware of it as he was in the moment. You know.
By the way, now he can roll 6.
Now you can,
No, this is
well,
strong.
they can also roll an ace.
Okay.
2-1 is quite good. So
Double ace.
that seems to make sense. Just stay as pure as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
No.
85.
Yeah,
5.
yeah, you can just sit there.
That gives Kazuki a bit more time for.
And look
For
at this,
one.
the best, the
For-
best. What's he? Nothing to think about here.
What do you mean?
Oh, he's
an
on the
ace.
roof. Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know. I didn't see he was on the roof. Oh, I thought he. I missed that.
Yeah.
So
he'd
obviously
love to sit on this position. Oh no! Let him roll an
no,
ace.
I think you let him roll an ace.
Let him roll an ace.
I don't like this either. Now he has only 2-1 is a bad roll.
He doesn't.
Is he short on time? Maybe he's
No,
short on
I
time.
don't think he's
Like
that short.
3 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
This is the last game, but actually, so
Yeah, almost 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice when he rolls
I would have
an
let
ace.
him try to let him roll an ace. But
This is good when he rolls an ace, and you can still make it a full prime.
okay.
This is he's the ace. There it is.
there
Wow.
it is. So
This guy's
maybe
good at the ace.
Kazuki's got a pretty good chance of getting the checker right now.
uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not a good one, but
He-
still plays.
Cost him a roll or two in the.
Seems like you would go ahead and put it to the 5-point. He does roll the ace. You really want to be able to slash.
Okay. Don't roll big numbers again.
Interesting. Probably right. Use that ace.
5-3.
Go to the deuce. Huh? Give him one more chance. There's somebody who says mochi. I'm not sure that in Japanese. I don't read it.
Big
Kazuki,
moment.
A big moment. It's big. It's so big.
Oh,
At least he
no.
hit. At least he hit. Can't clean it
Yeah.
up.
Small.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's 2. Interesting. Does it just take a checker off?
Take a checker off, I think. You still get a chance to get the second.
I would think it's just to take a checker off. I mean,
Yeah.
making the. He's got that many checkers off. You just got to start taking them off.
Interesting.
Yeah, Matt says 6 off. A A lot of people are thinking that way.
And now when you roll a 5 or a 6, you're just open right away. 5s are particularly bad.
I think that's right. It's got to be right.
Just with the blot.
Yeah, I would do that.
It's just that blot, you get hit with the ace, and then you roll an ace, and you're just loving life. It's like you suddenly got a dominating position when you were kind of, and you're feeling a bit desperate with 10 off, having to open.
Well, and it's kind of like we were saying, Matt said it. It's not even clear it's bad for you to get hit, you know? Get hit.
Yeah. I think it's good for you to get hit, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think this is the play. Any ace except double aces.
Right. But he's good at aces. I think he's gonna find the best play here. Assuming the best play is taking off. What's the best play here?
How
Somebody
about
knows.
Martin or Gaz? Somebody put that in, Joe? Somebody.
Huge dog. If that, oh, I don't.
Ooh,
I
I
don't like it.
can't imagine that's right. MCG
Okay,
says
okay,
6 off.
okay. Have sixes, by the way.
Oh,
That,
wow.
that was the
Stays
best.
out.
No.
Come on.
6 off by 56 millipoints. Some guy, I don't know who it is, Zipmar,
right.
said Raul just stiffed me for $1,240.
You just rolled a double. One more double.
One more double to make it.
One more double. He's got to roll big here, though. He's got to clear from the rear. That is
Well, actually, one more double may not. Enough.
which double,
May not be
right?
enough.
Only certain double.
Okay.
Okay,
now
that
it's enough.
gives him an opening now.
Yeah. What the?
Huh?
What is this? Is this right?
I would have had to think about
I
that.
think it might be right, but I'm
We
not
have
sure.
like 30 minutes to think about it.
Yeah. 2, 3. What time do we start tomorrow, Tart?
This
Did you
is
look?
big. Oh. Oh no.
What?
Suzuki's got a big gap. He's got a
Uh-oh.
roll like a 4-3
Uh-oh.
here. A 7 would do it. Right 7. Only one 7. Oh my
Whoa!
god.
Oh my
look at
God.
it. Double sixes.
Wow.
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 Okay, you just didn't get stiff $1,240. Wow, what a match. Great match.
Great match. A lot of drama at the end.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Mochi, sitting here at the end. 230 viewers. We thank y'all. We've got, we resume at 1 o'clock tomorrow with the semifinals of the Monte Carlo Open.
Who is the semi-finalist?
I'm not sure. I haven't followed.
Was that for a semifinal? Are they in the final?
That was quarters.
That's quarters. Okay. So there's 4 left at this level.
That close. That
Very
close.
close, yes, I know.
You had to hang in there for another 30 seconds, you know? Yeah.
Good match.
I
Well played.
think anyway, it was a very exciting match.
It was very exciting. People enjoyed it. Good luck on during the week.
Play about double three.
I never saw anybody
Covering
say
ice or
anything,
anything.
Mochi.
Nobody check it.
I didn't notice it if they did.
Oh no, yeah, somebody. I thought somebody said it was right to take it off, but I'm not sure.
Think so.
Yeah, by 5 millipoints or something.
Yeah.
5 minute points.
You're right. It was 56 millipoints or something.
56 is.
Yeah, Matt said 05. This other guy said 56. So.
Okay.
And then the
double 6 is even a good roll.
the recube was a
Yes, it's a good roll. Not as good as 4-2.
Mhm.
4-2's a better roll than double 6 there, right?
wait till the last roll, huh? Good match.
I didn't see it, but I guess he doubled very early. Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense. 3 away, 4 away. He had like huge package.
So very good. Well, folks, those still listening, we resume at 1 p.m. semifinals of the Monte Carlo Open. So be here. Kazuki will be in one of those matches. I'm not sure who the other winners are, but we'll see y'all tomorrow, 1 p.m.
Yes, it's time to have dinner.
Yeah, it's
At
dinner time for
12:15
Tart and I. It's
a.m.
12:15. Okay, thank y'all for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
あ、そうか。そうそう、それができればいいんだよ。ロックアウトするといきなり。
Well, you were like behind the 8 ball the entire match.